Tokyo is one of the most vibrant cities in East Asia. The Japanese have worked hard to rebuild it in the face of countless obstacles. It is a culmination of Japanese ingenuity. Tokyo was once a bustling city called Edo, which grew up in the area around Edo Castle. The 5 major roads were constructed starting at Nihonbashi, linking Edo to the other regions. Edo was also a water city, with canals and riverbanks playing a key role in the daily lives of the people. Unfortunately, a great fire broke out in this crowded city. It was reconstructed, and fire breaks were set up. Eventually, a framework was set up for the entire city. Edo had become Tokyo. Many Western technologies were introduced, including railways. Tokyo began to modernize rapidly. The Ginza district became a symbol of Westernization. Western-style buildings began to pop up everywhere, transforming Tokyo into the most modern city in the Orient. Streetcars began to crisscross the city. The rail network was expanded, and Tokyo Station opened. In 1923, the Great Kanto earthquake destroyed more than 70% of the city. After the disaster, Tokyo began to introduce modern urban planning techniques, which drove a spectacular comeback. Railways extended their lines into the suburbs, powering the development of new residential areas. Tokyo had made great progress just 4 years after the earthquake, opening the first subway in Asia. Unfortunately, the country soon plunged into war. In 1945, the Great Tokyo Air Raids dealt a massive blow to the city. Although the city was in ruins, its population recovered rapidly after the war. Tokyo soon became prosperous once again, expanding into a true metropolis. The Tokyo Olympics were held in 1964. As soon as Tokyo won the Olympic bid, it began to develop a massive urban infrastructure that included several competition venues. As automobiles became widespread, Tokyo continued to develop its trunk roads and highways. The construction of a vast subway network replaced the streetcars. The construction of the Kasumigaseki building in 1968 ushered in the skyscraper age. As Tokyo entered the 1980s, it was reorganized into a multi-center city so that people could live closer to work. And with the development of new lines, Tokyo was soon serviced by a dense railway network. As global competition began heating up, Tokyo launched a series of urban renewal initiatives to kickstart its forward progress. Plans were made to shift to a circular megalopolis structure with more advanced urban functionality. Projects were launched to revitalize each of the areas in the city center. An important part of these revitalization projects was creating the cityscape of a real capital city, most notably by reconstructing Tokyo Station to recapture its original appearance. Urban development efforts also sought to make the most of the city's natural features to support lively activity while giving people places to unwind. Tokyo will enhance its own vitality and become an even better city where anyone can realize their potential in an environment for the next generation to inherit and enjoy a brighter future. This is a city that has developed by bringing together its long, rich history and diverse cultural traditions. And there is no doubt that Tokyo will continue to evolve, change, and innovate for centuries to come.